Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The Greensboro Planning Department experienced a productive year of home building activity in several neighborhoods across the city. Projects by the Redevelopment Commission of Greensboro and the Greensboro Housing Development Partnership adopted new redevelopment plans resulting in the construction of quality houses. The Planning Department outlined the following highlights from 2024. Construction in neighborhoods such as Willow Oaks, Cottage Grove, Arlington Park, Eastside Park, and Old Ashboro. The construction of 28 homes in Willow Oaks, where 13 additional development sites are under construction. 9 new builders were brought on board. This redevelopment activity contributes to the city's ongoing effort to offer an abundance of affordable housing as growth continues in Greensboro. To learn more about the Redevelopment Commission of Greensboro, visit the city's website or contact City Planner Russ Clegg at 336-373-2211. The city's International Advisory Committee is accepting applications for the leadership team elections in April. Since 2015, Greensboro's immigrant and refugee communities have selected leaders biannually to guide the committee's work. Applicants must be at least 18 years old and may pursue one of 4 roles on the 5-person leadership team consisting of chair, vice chair, secretary, or executive member. Interested parties should submit the online application no later than 5 p.m. on Tuesday, February 25th. Candidates must attend the one-day International Leadership Academy prior to the election. Applicants who meet the listed requirements will stand for election from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on April 27th at the Barber Park Event Center. Established in 2008, the IAC works to create a more inclusive Greensboro for members of the international community. Comprised of individuals whose national origin lies outside of the United States, the committee promotes the perspective of the city's international community to the Human Rights Commission and the City Council. For more information about the International Advisory Committee, visit the city's website. The following roads will experience occasional delays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is due to lane closures each day through Monday, March 3rd. City crews are conducting waterline rehabilitation on Elmer Street from Taylor Street to Fairbrother Street. Lanes are also closed on Textile Drive from Tucker Street to North English Street. Signs and traffic cones are in place. Motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes to avoid the construction zones. Dates and times may change due to weather or last-minute changes in the work schedule. This project is part of the city's ongoing water rehabilitation program, which is funded by water and sewer utility payments. For more information, visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
70% of Americans are overweight, and the majority of them have health issues that would improve with weight loss. So how do you know if your weight is affecting your health? The easiest way is to calculate out your BMI, or your body mass index. You can do that by going online and entering in your height and your weight. It will give you a number. If that number is 30 or greater, it is likely that your weight is affecting your health. When your BMI is greater than 30, it puts you at much higher risk of things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, arthritis, cancer, and diabetes. In fact, if your BMI is 30 or greater, you have a greater than 300% chance of becoming diabetic. If your BMI is 40, that increased risk goes up to 500%. So if you want to lose weight, the most important thing to start with is to calculate out your resting metabolic rate. That's what most people consider their metabolism, and it tells us how many calories you need to keep your weight the same with a low level of activity. The best way to do that is to take your weight and multiply by 9 if you're a woman and 11 if you're a man. Now that we've calculated out your resting metabolic rate, it's time to figure out how many calories you need in order to lose weight. If you cut 500 calories per day from your resting metabolic rate, you lose approximately 1 pound of fat per week. If you think 1 pound a week isn't significant, you should know that a pound of fat is about the size of a small grapefruit. so losing a grapefruit of fat every week isn't too shabby. Exercising while losing weight is important in order to prevent your metabolism from falling while you're losing weight. Studies show that just 10 minutes a day of exercise 5 times a week is enough to cause health benefits. If you increase that exercise to 30 minutes 5 times a week, you maximize those benefits and you find it much easier in order to keep your weight off. Studies also show that if you exercise more than 30 minutes 5 times a week, you can increase your hunger. That increase in hunger tends to make you eat more calories than you just burned, which defeats the point of exercise for weight loss. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully these tips will help put you on a path for a healthier future. For more information, go to conehealth.com/wellness. I'm Dr. Karen Beasley.
The Office of Sustainability and Resilience is hosting a couple of community events with a competitive edge. And we'll introduce you to the artist kicking off this year's Grow residency. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Office of Sustainability and Resilience, in partnership with the nonprofit Reconsidered Goods, will host Trash Bash. The event will take place from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday, March 1st at the Grove Creative Co-working Space at Revolution Mill. The Found Art competition is open to anyone age 14 and older. Competitors may register as an individual or as a team of 3 to 5 people. Individuals will be placed into teams on the day of the event. Only 4 teams will compete, so register today as space is limited. Visitors are welcome and invited to watch the competition. To promote creative reuse, the artists will compete to build freestanding sculptures with items provided by Reconsidered Goods, a creative reuse center that diverts donated materials from landfills. The winning team will receive a one-of-a-kind Reconsidered Goods reuse trophy. For more information, visit the city's website. Creative Greensboro welcomes musical artist Jackie Spade to kick off the Grow Artist Residency for the 2025 season. The residency will take place through Monday, February 10th. During the residency titled Ugly Rose, an Immersive Experience, Spade will create a multi-sensory journey reflecting the themes of his latest album titled Ugly Rose. Audiences can engage with the themes of beauty, pain, and personal growth through various events including a live concert, film screening, and poetry slam. Participants are invited to contribute their own work by crafting roses from paper and mixed media. Other activities include a listening session, a short film screening, and a marketing workshop for aspiring music artists. Local poets will be invited to participate in a Love Jones-style poetry event. The residency will end with a live concert by Spade held during downtown Greensboro's first Friday event. The Grow residency space is located next to the Davie Street entrance of the Cultural Center at 200 North Davie Street. For more information, visit the city's website. The City of Greensboro's Office of Sustainability and Resilience is now accepting nominations for the 3rd annual Live Green Awards. The community is encouraged to submit nominations online by Monday, February 17th. The Live Green Awards provide an opportunity for businesses, individuals, and community groups to be recognized for their efforts towards advancements in sustainability. Awards are presented in the following categories: Energy Wise, Sustainability Champion, Waste Not, In Touch with Nature, Water Wise, and the Unity in Sustainability Award. The Community Sustainability Council invites the community to celebrate the award winners at the annual Earth Day celebration. The free event will take place at Keeley Park on Saturday, April 26th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. A decades-old program is designed to allow kids in Greensboro to play it safe. The opportunity is made possible through a partnership with several community groups. Coming up after the break, get ready to take a trip to Safety Town. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. A nationally accredited program has flourished in Greensboro for more than 3 decades. It caters to our youngest residents and helps reinforce lessons learned at home. Joining me now to take us on a tour of Safety Town is Eka Isang Edegi. She is a corporal with the Greensboro Police Department. Hello, Corporal Eka. Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So for those who aren't familiar, tell us about Safety Town.
Safety Town is a 2-hour-a-day, 1-week program that's geared towards 5- and 6-year-old little kids. And we teach them a whole bunch of different topics like traffic safety, animal safety, gun safety, drug safety. And we do that throughout the summer when school is not in.
Okay, so that's a full week of essentially what I said earlier, reinforcing some of the lessons they should be learning from home, but maybe in a more fun way. So tell us where Safety Town is and just what are the kids experiencing in that space?
Okay, we have 2 locations. So we have Lewis Rec. And for the 2025 year, we're doing things a little bit differently. So at Lewis Rec, we're going to have the traditional where we run 2 sessions a day. So there will be a morning session from 9 to 11, and then there will be an afternoon session from 1 to 3 p.m. It'll be a 1-week class, so that's where it's different. It used to be 2 weeks. We've reconfigured it to where it's just 1 week. And then the second location is at Barber Park. And this year we're trying that as an evening session. So some parents, you know, we do a lot of surveys in the community and seeing how we can reach more people. And some of the feedback was that I have to work during the day. I cannot send my child, you know, to a 9 to 11 or a 1 to 3. So we are doing an evening session at Barber Park this year. So that'll be 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And also for the parents that say it's too hot for their kids to go in the daytime, you have a cooler option of going in the evening.
Oh,
so
that's fantastic.
we'll alternate it. 1 week will be at Lewis Rec, 1 week will be at Barber Park, and that's how we're going to run it this year.
Okay, well that's good to know, and it's nice to switch things up as you're getting feedback from those who are actually participating.
Absolutely.
Now, when is the next session? So you've kind of changed the scheduling, but if
Yes.
folks haven't signed up, how long do they have before the next session starts?
First session starts June 23rd. Website will be open February 1st. We have what's called an ambassador program. So Safety Town is run solely on donations. So you pay $100 fee to be an ambassador, and that way you can pick and choose. You can switch dates whenever you want to start. So say you want to do the first session and you change your mind, you want to do session 8. Being an ambassador, you have the right to say, well, I don't want to go to the first session. I'm going to go to the 8th, and I want this particular group. It allows you that sort of freedom. And that extra money goes towards helping children who cannot afford it, and they get it on scholarship. It also helps towards the T-shirts and other things that we get for the campers that attends the group. So that opens up on February the 1st this year for registration. And then for general admission, it is $40, I believe, and that opens up on February the 15th.
Okay. And how many kids in total are you taking per class?
We'll take roughly up to 100 per class.
Oh, 5- and 6-year-olds running around.
Yes, we're very busy, but we love it.
Yeah.
We have a large squad, so Safety Town is run by all of the school resource officers that work in the middle schools and high schools in the city of Greensboro. So in the summertime when school's not in, all of us come together and we run this program.
Fantastic. Well,
Yes.
thank you for doing that. Now, I'm sure there are older kids who are beyond Safety Town age bracket, but they need some learning service hours. Is there an opportunity for them to volunteer?
Yes, absolutely. So we take mature 13-year-olds up to 18, and you can volunteer. So basically the volunteers are what makes Safety Town run.
Okay.
So basically, say you take your 100 kids, they get broken up into several groups. Each group is going to be assigned 2 to 4 counselors, which will be the volunteers, the older children that oversee the children, and then we oversee the volunteers who oversee the children. So we definitely need volunteers, and we offer service learning hours for the time that they spend there. So
Okay, perfect. So every little bit helps. It
every
takes
little
a
bit
village.
helps. Mature 13
Yes.
to 18-year-olds.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect summer activity.
Absolutely.
And what is it that you personally find most rewarding about being part of Safety Town?
Seeing the joy in the kids' faces. As you can see here on the screen, it's like a mini highway.
Yes.
And we have what we call pedal cars. They look like little cars. And you teach the kids, there's actual stoplights that work. There's a railroad track arm that comes down. and we actually teach them to stop and look left and right at the stop sign in their cars, and the lights turn yellow and green, and they love it. And I absolutely, it just brings me so much joy. They love it.
I'm going to have to take a trip to Safety Town,
Absolutely.
like the real space. We've kind of shown some video clips of the kids in action and you and your colleagues in action, but
Yes.
It's a fantastic community service.
It is.
Another extension of all the great work going on through Greensboro Police Department. So thank you, Corporal Aka, for all you do to keep our whole community safe, but also our little ones and keeping them out of harm's way.
Thank
so
you.
do come back and let us know each time you have a session coming up so that we can make sure folks get registered.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. A piece of Greensboro has cemented its legacy after being added to the National Register of Historic Places. The National Park Service listed the South Benbow Road Historic District in its National Register. The designation marks the first time a historically black neighborhood in Greensboro earned this designation. During the approval process, residents and city leaders worked for 10 years to secure the designation by collecting oral histories, photographs, historic documents, and other artifacts from district residents. This process was made possible in part by a $40,000 National Parks Service grant designed to preserve areas vital to the historic African American fight for equality. The National Register has been dubbed a roll call of the tangible reminders of the history of the United States. The South Benbow Road Historic District is characterized by its mid-century modern homes and churches designed and built by black professionals. It has been home to many notable leaders and participants in the civil rights movement. District property owners may take advantage of federal and state income tax credits for rehabilitation of certified historic structures. The South Benbow Road Historic District joins 12 other districts in the city that have received this historic designation. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The African American Atelier presents its Founding Members exhibition in the Greensboro Cultural Center. This year's exhibit displays the work of featured artist Melvin D. Nix. His Seeds of Change show features artwork rooted in the rich tapestry of black culture and daily life in the South. Learn more at artbymelvindnix.com. The Greensboro Wine and Chocolate Festival returns to the Greensboro Complex Special Event Center on January 25th. This decadent event offers unlimited samples of more than 100 wines, plus tasty treats and a chocolate fountain. Guests can also browse products like clothing and jewelry from local vendors. Visit greensborocomplex.com for tickets. Toby Mac's Hits Deep 2025 tour visits the First Horizon Coliseum January 25th. The 7-time Grammy Award-winning artist boasts more than 16 million units in a career that spans 3 decades. He'll be joined by fellow Christian artists Crowder, Kane, and Ryan Stevenson. Learn more and get tickets at greensborocomplex.com. The Philharmonia of Greensboro performs January 25th at Guilford College's Dana Auditorium. Haydn's London Symphony, and Vaughan Williams' Lark Ascending are on the program for this free event. Learn more online at greensboro-nc.gov. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro Public Library will host New York Times bestselling author and national podcaster Kendra Adachi. The free event will take place from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Friday, January 31st at Central Library. The event will feature tea and a moderated discussion of Adachi's new time management book titled The Plan. Maria Hicks-Few, the city's Deputy Human Rights Director, will moderate the conversation. The plan offers practical time management tips for people weary of productivity but eager to live a good life. Using the memorable acronym PLAN, which stands for Prepare, Live, Adjust, and Notice, the book encourages readers to focus on what matters in the current season. Adachi is the host of the Lazy Genius podcast, which has more than 15 million downloads. Central Library is located downtown at 219 North Church Street. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Creative Greensboro. In collaboration with Shared Radiance, auditions will take place for William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. Interested thespians can audition on Tuesday, January 21st and Wednesday, January 22nd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the Stephen D. Hires Theater. Creative Greensboro is seeking a racially diverse cast ranging in age from 12 to 18 for ensemble and solo roles. No prior acting experience is required. In-person rehearsals will be held on evenings and weekends as schedules permit, with performances beginning on March 13th. The Stephen D. Hires Theater is located in the Greensboro Cultural Center at 200 North Davie Street. For more information and to register for an audition time, visit the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.